A stillborn baby is a baby that's born after 24 weeks of pregnancy that shows no sign of life at birth. What we know is the stillbirth rate has decreased slightly. Currently, it's about 5.2 babies die in every 1,000 babies that are delivered in the UK.
On the Tuesday we had the scan, which was just a regular scan, and the chap, the sonographer, Andrew, who was doing it, he was very good. He quickly found out there was no heartbeat, and he was very professional, and he said, you know, there's no heartbeat, I've got to find a doctor.
And then it sinks in, and then next thing you know, we both realise what's happened, and we're in tears, and it's bad for us, and then we're going to say, how are we going to tell people, what we're going to do, you know, what happens? You're just lost, you're just completely muddled.
Although we know what some of the risk factors are, it's really, really important never to blame parents for their baby's death. You know, they will blame themselves. Most parents feel intensely responsible for the fact that their baby has died. And we don't know why that baby's died, and if we don't know, we need to not be making assumptions or blaming anyone. Really, most families just need a huge amount of support and time to talk about how they feel and about their baby.
I've been so excited, and it sounds a strange thing, but I don't know, it's like he sort of, I don't know how to say it, sort of let me down in a way. It's like, that's not fair, you know, that's it, you know, Lisa's carried you all this time, and you've sort of let me down, so you're not really part of us anymore. I just didn't want anything to sort of do with him at all at that specific moment when we actually found out. And that was quite, at the time it's probably harsh, but I just wanted to get it over with, let's go home and let's just move on with our lives. That's what I thought at the time.
Most families find it incredibly difficult to think there could be anything positive out of giving birth to a dead baby. But over time, most couples tell me that it's something they look back on with pride, that they managed to do that. And when your baby's dead, you don't love it any less.
You know, so we chose to have an induced normal delivery, which is what we did.
Before, they'd prepped us on everything. She said, do you want to hold your son? And like going back to my initial thing, no, I don't want to hold, no, I want nothing to do with him. But now, when she's prepped us for it, and actually Jake came out, I held my son, it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
The midwives did say, you know, that some people choose not to spend time with the baby, but I think they kind of recommended, didn't they? So we did, and I'm so glad that we had that time with him. We had the whole day with him, and he was a perfect baby. You know, we were able to hold him and carry him and imagine what it would have been, and so it was amazing, and I wouldn't have changed that for the world.
People generally out there in the world think that you probably cared about it a bit less because it didn't ever take a breath or it never looked at you. But actually, if you talk to families, that isn't how it is at all. And most couples are very, very proud of the baby that they've had.
And we were able to take pictures, and you know, everyone got to hold him, and you know, he was part of our family. And we now have those memories of him. We have the pictures of him, and it was nice because we were able to sort of be a family.
There is no right way to grieve, and people do it in their own time and in their own way. But if somebody is asking for help or is feeling that they really need more help than they're getting, I would just encourage them to get in touch with the very many organisations now that are around where you can get help.
We were lucky enough to have counselling through the Child Bereavement charity, and they helped us work out who's at what stage, because grief is different for people and different for the sexes as well, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So kind of when he was down, I wasn't, and when I was down, he wasn't, so we were able to support each other.
And I was against it, but Lisa wanted to go, so we went, and it's the best thing that I've done, to be honest with you, to get me to help me through, obviously, the grief. Like Lisa said, they gave us advice on how we cope and spoke to us about other people's pregnancies and situations, and it really did help us through.